Okay. So primary market. What is primary market? Primary market is very important in stock market operations, stock market fundamentals. So we can moving on the primary market. Primary market. New stocks and bonds are sold to the public for the first time. So when a company, recently we had a discussion on Zomato's case. Zomato is a company started uh, uh, listed in the stock exchange, and they have sold out shares to the public through initial public offer. So if a company is selling shares to the public through initial public offer mode is known as primary market. That means the shares are first time available to the people. So when a person who gets shares from primary market, and these shares are listed in the stock exchange. So primary market is a market in which new stocks and bonds are sold to the public for the first time. So in a primary market, investors are able to purchase securities directly from the company. So Zomato's case, you all might experience, and these shares are open to the public. Shares were open to the public, and it was directly offered by the Zomato, the company. Now the shares were listed after the initial public offer, and number of people. I have also applied for Zomato IPO, but I did not get because of oversubscription. Oversubscription means the people who demanded the Zomato shares are more than the number of shares. That is oversubscription. So that I did not get the shares of Zomato because many people who I have applied only one lot. Many people applied 5 lot and 10 lot. So the company uh, have given preference to that people. Okay, so I did not get the shares of Zomato. Now the shares are trading in 130, I think so 135. Today it was closed in 135. So Zomato's IPO, they have fixed, I think, the price band. Maximum upper limit was 70. Say 70 rupees shares now trading at 135. So a person who got initial public offer, I mean the shares uh, got through IPO, is now in the profit stage. So type of primary market issues include initial public offer, uh, a private placement, a right issue, and a preferential allotment. I will explain all these things. So first of all, we can look detail for initial public offer. So as I said, initial public offer means a company first time offering shares to the public. That is initial public offer, first time. So when an existing company, now we have a lot of companies like Reliance Industries Limited, Tata Consultancy Services, Infosys. So these companies are already listed. One of these companies again going to offer shares to the public. That time we call it as further public offer. So initial public offer means a company first time approaching to the public for selling the shares. That is initial public offer. Further public offer means already listed company, a company which has been listed in the National Stock Exchange as well as Bombay Stock Exchange. Again, they are collecting funds by selling of shares is called further public offer. So, primary market consists of initial public offering and private placement. We can understand the private placement in later part of this presentation, and the right issue and the preferential allotment. So the extremely important to know because the IPO market is called as the primary market. IPO market is called as the primary market. This market attracts companies offering their shares to the public rather than taking debts. So a company nowadays already I need to say that nowadays companies are more interested in IPO because all IPOs are oversubscribed. Last week also I have applied for 2 IPOs. I did not get the shares. I soon after because I can show the thing. So I can show you my status of IPO. So this is my investment window, and I can see against eIPO. So this is these are the IPOs I have applied. I have applied uh, KRSNNA company, and it's a pharma company, and Devayani is another company, and Zomato. These three IPOs I were applied, but I did not get. Okay, so the further next IPOs, no IPOs available right now to apply for that. So these three IPOs I have applied and I have paid the amount, but I did not get the shares. Okay, because of the oversubscription. That means people are more interested in the country to purchase initial public offer. So that it is the best time by the company, to issue shares through initial public offer. Because a lot of what I say. There is a best time to collect funds by the companies through IPOs because people are interested, people are interested to invest shares of companies. That is the best situation right now. The market is very good. So people are interested. So I did not means a normal person means retail investors will not get the shares in IPO because the person retail investors may have they are trying to purchase one lot. Okay, so if you purchase 10 lot or 15 lot, you may get some IPOs. That's the situation right now. Okay, again go back to the slide. So extremely important to know because the IPO market is called primary market. This market attracts companies offering their shares to the public rather than taking debts. A few rounds of funding by uh, credible venture capital firms validate the quality of the business and its promoters. You might understand the Zomato's history. Like many startups, Zomato, it was started as a small company, and there was a time in which the angel investors and venture capital they have promoted the company. There are promoters who promoted the company, and these promoters now interested. Promoters are the real owners because they have contributed more towards the capital of the company. So these people are very good. So that this Zomato right now in a better position. So the net worth of the company has been increased after initial public offer. So this is very important. I think this may be a very good question in the examination. IPO versus FPO. I already explained IPO means initial public offer and FPO means further public offer. IPO is the company first time selling shares to the public. This IPO further public offer means the existing company trying to sell further issue, that is called further public offer. So those companies who are in need of money raise money from the public for which public issue comes in place. There is a detailed process of raising funds from the public through IPO and FPO. After raising funds from the public issue, money is transferred to the company and the subscribers get shares. So that is very important. If you are applying, there is a process in which we can apply IPO. I showed the window in which you can apply the IPO. If there is IPO, you can just apply it, and you can apply through net banking, and UPI option is also there. And the thing is very important. Once you get the shares, only your amount will be debited from your account. That is ASPA system, application supported by blocked uh, amount. So I will explain that ASPA system, so that we will not we need not to sacrifice our interest because uh, the fund will be debited only after getting the shares. Okay, that's the process right now. So that people are the savings bank, all the money used for applying the IPO is kept in the bank account of the people. Okay, So whenever the company means I already stated that I did not get the IPO because of the oversubscription. A lot of people demanded, so that I have applied for only one lot, so I did not get the shares. So that is the status of people. I mean, retail investors. All the IPOs, there is a reservation system. Number of shares to institutional investors, number of shares to qualified institutional buyers, number of shares to retail investors, etc. So some of the retail investors, they have applied for 10 lots or 15 lots. So IPO may be that other people, because preference to that people only, because a person who applied for 10 lots get more preference than a person who applied one lot. Okay, so that's the difference. IPO versus FPO. IPO means a company raises funds from the public right first time, and FPO means already listed company. I already given the example. Zomato case was the IPO. When Reliance now issue shares, is known as FPO. It's in the primary market. So initial public offering or IPO is the common way that a firm goes public and sells shares to raise financing. There are two common types of IPO: fixed price and a book building offering. This is very important. Two type of IPOs: fixed price IPO and a book building offering. Book building IPO. I will explain all these things. A company can use either type separately or combined. A company can have the right to use the uh, uh, combined option, means a fixed price and a book building same time, and a fixed price option or a book building option. So by participating in an IPO, an investor can buy shares before they are available to general public in the stock market. Because if an investor participate or apply IPO, an investor can buy shares before they are available to the general public in the stock market. I already explained, after IPO, initial public offer, we people are applying the shares, and after that the company allotting shares to us, and the shares come up in our demat account. And after that, after 2 weeks time, the company scheduled the date to be listed in that company's shares listed in the stock exchange. Once listed, it is available in the stock market. We can buy that. So IPO shares is not available in the stock market. Once the IPO shares are deposited to demat account of the people, and the company shares listed in the stock market, then it is available for stock market. Because I did not get the shares of Zomato because of the oversubscription, but I have purchased Zomato shares from the stock market. Okay. So after listing, I had the option to purchase shares of Zomato. So any doubts in between, you can ask me. So I said the IPOs are two types: fixed price IPO and book building IPO. So fixed price issue of shares to the public, the company in consultation with the lead manager or a merchant banker. So every IPO there is a charge person who is known as merchant banker, or we can say that a lead manager. He decides the price in which shares are issued. The price can be determined by calculating. So there is a calculation algorithm is that. So based on the assets and liability position a company, because there are different. I can show you the prices. So now these Devayani's bid price is 90. Okay, so 90 rupees only. But KRS NNA, that IPO was priced 954. So you can see the difference. Zomato's bid price 76, means that was 70 to 76, something like that. But I have placed my option, that is maximum price, because I was intended to get the shares of Zomato. So I have quoted maximum price. But the thing was, this maximum price was quoted by so many people. Means some people applied for 10 lot, 15 lot, 20 lots. So I did not get the shares. Okay, that was happened. So nowadays, So all companies IPOs are real, favorite to the people, because once listed, it is going up. So that a person who gets shares through IPO seems like getting a lottery, and if he purchase more shares, he can make profit by selling after listing in the market. So this is fixed price. This price is fixed by the merchant banker. So this is a fixed price issue. But you need to understand, nowadays all IPOs are in the form of book building process, book building issue. So I can explain the book building. Book building means there is a price band is there. I already explained that there is a price band. In Zomato's case, it was like 70 to 76. So an investor can fix a price 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75 and 76. So any price we can quote, but I have quoted 76. But due to our subscription, the 76, all the people quoted 76. Nobody was interested to quote less than that. So company was not able to issue shares to all these people who applied. This is called oversubscription. So that company refund the money the person who applied less number of load. So that I have got a refund. I did not get the shares of Zomato. So book building means there is a price band. Price band means 70 to 76. The person can have the right to opt 70, either 70, 71, 72 to 76. So whatever price the company, after after calculating the demand ratio, company can allot the shares. This is called book building process. There is a band, price band is there, and this price band in which investors apply shares based on the price band, and after that the company, the merchant banker fix the price based on the shares demand by the public. So this is book building process. Fixed price, there is no price band, just only one price fixed by the merchant banker. That's the difference, fixed price and book building. Nowadays, you need to understand all the IPOs are in the form of book building process. There is a bid, like for example, 10 to 15. So investor can, and there is an advertisement, and based on the advertisement, and it shows the company's potential and all, and it explains the purpose in which company collect funds from the people for that some kind of investment or something like that. So people apply. If people are interested, people can apply, provide application to give the application for getting the shares. And after that, the merchant banker will determine what price in which the shares can be offered. So this is book building. And this is important, the ASBA. ASBA means application supported by block amount. I already said that a process developed by SEBI. In old time, when we apply the initial public offer, soon after the application, the money, the fund will be debited from our account to the company's account. So 1 month the fund was blocked. Okay. So that 1 month, if we apply for the huge number of shares, a huge amount was debited from our account and credited to the company's account. So that the people have got this, means they did not get interest from the bank for that period. So the SEBI noticed this defect, and SEBI now introduced, there is a system, that system is called ASBA, application supported by a blocked amount. That means, so when we apply for the IPO, the fund will not be debited. Only the person who gets the shares, that day the fund will be debited from our account and discredited to the company's account. So that the investor or a customer will get interest from the bank, savings bank interest from the bank. Interest flow is not, means interest flow is there. There is no disturbance to the interest. So that's called ASBA. So this is usual. Every SBI and Federal Bank, you can see this ASBA. You can apply IPO with your Demat account. Okay. So I have shown this is a system. This is a apply EPO, IPO, EIPO. Now no IPOs are available, so that I cannot apply right now. This is a already applied IPO status. So IPOs, we can take the IPOs here. Okay. So how do we apply an IPO? So you can make an application in both shareholder and retail categories for an IPO using the same Demat account. The same Demat account in which you are trading, with this Demat account, you can apply the IPO. However, you can make only one active IPO application by selecting the category you want to apply. So only one IPO can be filed. Only one IPO means Zomato's case, one time only you can apply the IPO. Subsequent, only already you have applied for some 10 lots or 15 lots. Then you cannot apply. If you wanted to apply more than that, you cannot apply with the same Demat account. You can try for with the another Demat account. So the private placement, this is another system along with the IPO. Private placement, the company is not interested to sell or offer shares to the general public. The company, company is interested to offer shares to the friends and families, because the company, they do not want to share with the other general public. So company feels that the friends and families are fine. They are because we can offer shares to these friends and families. Okay, and selected people, so that the company can offer through private placement. Okay, so this is possible. This is known as a private placement. The company privately placing shares to the selected people. The selected people may be friends, families, some financial institutions, some mutual funds, insurance companies, and pension funds, etc. So right issue means this is another issue. Shares issued to the existing shareholders of the company. Existing shareholders means after the companies, after IPO, the company's shares are listed in the stock exchange, and after that company feels like some additional shares can be issued to the existing shareholders. Some charge fixed by the company, and it is through advertisement. The information shall be available to the public. People can. It's not mandatory to purchase shares through right issue. Means it is issued to the only existing shareholders. That's very important. So a person who is interested, who want to take the right, so that it is name called right issue. Existing shareholders right to take. So whether the person is not interested to take this right, he can forego the right. Some others will be taking purchase of the shares. So right issue means shares issued to the existing shareholders. The bonus issue, this is another issue. Bonus issue means shares issued free of cost. Means there is no cost to be given by the shareholders to the company. Simply our Demat account, for example, if I have got some, because I can show my account. So this is my portfolio. My portfolio consists of these: Apollo Tyre, Ashok Leyland, ITC, NCC, RBL Bank, SAIL, Tata Motors, Zomato. These are the companies. See, some of these consist of number of shares. So Apollo Tyres 10 shares, Ashok Leyland 20 shares, ITC 20 shares, NCC 50 shares, RBL Bank 50 shares, SAIL 60 shares, Tata Motors 60 shares, Zomato 50 shares. For example, if Zomato issues IPO, bonus issue means the ratio is 1:1. That means if Zomato issues what is bonus? I will explain later. 1:1 means I will get 100 shares because 1:1 means 50 shares free. Okay, so that's a proportion. So I will get 100 shares in my demat account. Okay, 50 plus 50 because on a bonus ratio is 1:1. Okay, so that's the case. So how this bonus issue? Bonus issue means capitalization of profit. Companies over a period of time there are huge amount of profit, and the company wanted to distribute this profit to the shareholders. So that company intended is not distribute means not to distribute through dividend. Company feels that it is better distribute through shares, so that the profit is being capitalized, so that the name is called capitalization of profit. Bonus issue is called capitalization of profit. Profit is converted into shares, and these shares are allotted to the people free of cost. This is bonus issue. So there are some intermediaries in primary market that also in the syllabus: merchant bankers, lead managers, registrars, share transfer agents, underwriters, bankers, debentures, trustees, etc. So I can explain merchant banker. Already explained, the person who deals the IPO is known as merchant banker. So there are different categories of merchant banker. Merchant banker category 1 is lead managers. These people are, very important persons while dealing the IPO. Means Zomato's IPO was dealt by the number of banks. These banks are known as lead managers, and there was information news in the newspapers. A lot of banks, I think 2,000 crores are the return to the banks after managing the IPO of Zomato. Okay, so they have to ensure compliance with the SEBI's rules and regulations and also guidelines. There are some licenses required from the SEBI to operate merchant banking. So merchant bankers are the institutions. They are dealing the issue management. The most important function of merchant banker is issue management. Issue management means these are people who manage initial public offer. Then underwriters, these are the institutions. They are bearing the risk. If the people are not interested to purchase the shares of the company, these underwriters are taking the risk of purchasing shares. If there is a situations in which people are not ready to purchase a company shares, that time the underwriters taking the risk of purchasing the company shares. And these people are very important. They are protecting they are maintaining the rhythm of initial public offer, because if there is an under subscription, the underwriters help the company to maintain the fair subscription. Okay. So bankers, there are a lot of bankers. The IPO process, when you apply IPO, the bankers are very important. They are debiting, crediting money, refund application money. It is through the banks. So when IPO is a major thing, banks are getting so much returns from the IPO, because nowadays banks are interested to deposit or making account or transactions with IPO, because they are getting huge amount of returns from the IPOs. And there is a debenture trustee. The debenture trustee, the bond. This is important for bonds. I already explained the bonds in the past classes. Debenture trustees are important for bond market. Okay, so I can explain further debenture trustees later. So now you can understand these intermediaries consist of merchant bankers, registrars, underwriters, bankers, and debenture trustees. Okay, and there are some other key terms. Under subscription. Under subscription means over subscription. I already explained. A company wants to offer 1 lakh shares to the public. So during the book building process, it is discovered that only 90,000 were received. So only 90,000 shares were received. So this issue is known as under subscription, because only 1 lakh shares offered by the company, but 90,000 shares go to the application. Okay, this is known as under subscription. Maybe due to some other bad image of the company, this situation may arise. Under subscription. Over subscription means if there are 2 lakhs bids offer and 1 lakh shares and offer, then issue is said to be oversubscribed 2 times. If there are 2 lakh bids for 1 lakh shares, if the company offered 1 lakh shares but 2 lakh shares were applied, it is the known as oversubscription. And fixed price IPO already explained, and price band already explained. Price band, I have explained the price band and cutoff price. If the price band is between 100 and rupees 130, then the issue can list within a range. Let's say it gets listed at 125, then 125 is called cutoff price. So the company offers shares, there is a band called rupees 100 and 130. I already explained that a person can, when he submit application, he can quote 100, 101, 102 till 130. Then let's say it gets listed at 125. Okay, it's listed, the shares listed at 125, then 125 is known as the cutoff price. So listed means listed in the stock market. That's all about the things I have explained: IPO, FPO, book building, fixed price, and some other issues like right issue, bonus issue, private placement. And I explained some key terms: over subscription, under subscription, price band, cutoff price. Okay. So any questions you can ask me right now? So do you have any questions? Yes.